Hey there, Overwatch friends. Thank you so much for clicking on my video and listening to what I have to say. I I was contemplating whether or not to do this, but I think it's necessary because I typically call out to cheaters in game, or when I suspect that there's some type of hacking going on, I'm gonna call it out. And sometimes because I'm that guy, people think, "Oh, you just think everyone's cheating," and that's not always true. Like, not I'm totally fine with admitting that there's people better than me. There's definitely players that are better than me for sure, either because just their mechanics are better or their overall setup is superior to mine, or a combination of the two. But regardless, if you see suspicious activity, there's nothing wrong with calling it out. And then if you think that you have enough evidence and to basically prove it, then it's like fine. But in game, it's so awkward because no one can actually see the other no one gets the same kill cams as each individual player. So and not many people will actually go back and spend the time to watch a replay of an entire match from the perspective of a alleged cheater. So I love to go back and watch replays because I think it helps me improve my gameplay, my game sense, and see like what are they doing that I'm not. And this guy we ran across Jacqui or Jacqui, whatever the hell his name is. This guy, in my opinion, was absolutely cheating. He was using wall hacks and aim lock assistance, whatever you want to call it. And I actually had him on my friends list prior to the games that we had with him. Now, I'm gonna go straight into the content. I know this is all a lot of talk, but I'll go straight to the gameplay that I'm speaking of. But during the game, we had dialogue, exchange of uh, basically me going, "Oh, dude, like wow, like you're doing really good." And when I previously played with this guy in deathmatch, he was not that good. Like actually, I was better than him, and like I was killing him all the time as McCree or Ana. He was just really like average. Now I messaged him after the game that he was popping off, and I'm like, "Wow, he's headshotting everything as Widow and McCree," and I'm like, "Good shit," and he goes, "Thanks, just testing out a mouse. Don't know if I really like it." And right there, I'm just like, if you got the player card for your team, you had four gold medals, you're getting headshots. Like, I don't understand why you're acting like you don't like this new mouse. I just happened to get a new mouse, so I let him know that, oh, I got this new G305, and then he starts talking about, oh yeah, that's like too heavy. And I'm like, this is under 100 grams, which it is. It's a really small ass mouse because I have small ass hands. But anyways, he starts talking about his hardware and he's like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Typically when they do this, this is another red flag to me. They're basically they're giving themselves a kind of an explanation for their just bizarre or uncanny or freakish reaction time in game or whatever. And there are people out there who have like really nice gear, but I don't think it makes you an aimbot because of it. So I basically call him out in chat, and this is during a game when it's becoming more apparent to me that he's cheating. And so I asked him what his SR is, and then he's like 3600, and I actually say here, you can't say I said unlikely. But anyways, enough of this. Let's go straight into the gameplay. So this is another game that we had with this alleged hacker, Jacqui, and it was on Hollywood. I was healing for the team, and to be honest, I think that this has some of the most damning evidence against Jacqui, and it kind of proves my point that he absolutely is cheating, and you're going to see why in a second. So I'll just roll the clip. Okay, so it's going over here. Really nice shot. Let's see. Oh, what was that? All right. Did you see it? Let's go ahead and pause that. Let's rewind it a bit. So it was right there. So when he jumps down, first off, you can notice that this super erratic, like micro adjustments. You're gonna see it when I put it at a quarter frames, but it literally, you can see these like super like. So if I was me and my cursor, if I go like this and move around, there's these movements that normally you would see with the crosshair. He's doing these like super like weird ass. I mean, I don't even know what kind of fucking device you'd have that make these super micro adjustments and doing all this weird stuff, but you're gonna see exactly what I mean. at a quarter speed. So we're gonna play this. It's gonna be all weird. He's start doing this weird kind of locking onto the ground. I don't know why, but right here, right there, it just snapped to this corner. Now, why did it snap? I'm really curious to know what he's looking at this corner. So when I go into the free cam, I'm gonna go ahead and pretend I'm him, and let's go into this corner. Let's see what he's looking at in this corner. Oh, he's looking at one of our players, Crazy Matt, who is here trying to hide. So that's kind of interesting to me. He sees it. I'm not in their voice comm, so I don't know if he calls it out to the team, but let's just go ahead and uh, play it. So I'll put it back at normal speed. It looks like he just kind of ignores that, acts like he doesn't see it, because that would be really suspect, right? If you, I don't know what the fuck that is. The little twitch that he does. He does it throughout the game. Okay. And then I switched to Baptiste, so here I come. Easy headshots for him. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you this this over here. This is, to me, is the biggest piece of proof that you could possibly need to see that someone is cheating. And put it at a course speed, like you can't even naturally do that with your hand. What he's doing here, watch. That lock right there. I wish I could put it even slower. Like literally, this is at a quarter speed. Watch it snap to the left exactly where he is. That's exactly where the Anna is that you see over here. And he knew it. Now we're on the third map. And I'm just going to let this play out and stop it where I think he starts getting suspicious. First off, just watch his behavior. I'm going to speak to kind of his positioning and the way he looks around and stuff. I'm sure he has a higher sensitivity, but right now he's just going to be just kind of just taking normal shots, scanning the area. You'll notice he has very good reaction time to anything, like even if it's a flank, like the Sombra coming right there and coming out of Invis, it's like he knows it's coming. He could have finished that. Right, so he's going around. Again, quick response time. Now watch this. He knows Diana's there, but he sees the Mora coming out, immediately kills her. Quick response time on everything. Now he keeps looking back left. There's a reason for that. He wants to see where people that he's killed are coming back from. Where are they? It's like, there's no reason to, right? It's like, yeah, you want to listen. You can listen with your ears. You know if someone's coming or not. But he's always looking back. And he wants to get the reason for this is for a, kind of like a full field of vision. He wants to see where everything is. Watch, he's looking back again. Right here. Alright, there we go. There we go. That is where you see him spot people coming underground, specifically our Sombra. So we're going to pause that. Right here. Right here. Let's go into the free cam and see what he's looking at. He's looking down at the ground. Why the fuck do you need to do that? If he's looking down here, it's because down here is where people come through. And if we go to our Sombra, let's spectate my teammate, Crazy Matt. He's right here. He's in Viz, so you can't see him unfortunately in this, but he's right here. And he's totally being spotted. That's why you see this McCree looking down. Yet again, another suspicious activity. So here we have our first game on Busan. with this alleged cheater, hacker, whatever you want to call him. He's playing as Widowmaker. I'm going to switch off car at some point because obviously that's my counter. Good aim. I'm not going to call that cheating. That's just good tracking. Now, as he's playing, the whole thing I want to point out is basically his kind of response time to people that are flanking, and then also his tracking in certain areas. I'm going to point out one in probably like 30 seconds. Alright, so he's going to come back here for coverage, and I'm still going to focus him. I just picked one of his players. I'm coming for him. Now he's going to zone me out here. And this is where things kind of like seem really odd to me. He's perfectly like knowing exactly when to look up, knowing where to look. Alright, so he heard my hook there, so we could say that that's why he moved. But he's going to move again. It's like he's literally perfectly rotating as I'm rotating. So now this is not cheating. I know how the ultimate works, so this is legit, whatever. I'm going to try to get out of here because I know that I'm probably going to die. The round's up on me. Okay, fine. But this is where things get weird. Right after he starts shooting at this baby diva, you're going to see him track through this truck over here. And this is where it gets suspicious. Watch this tracking. Alright, we're right there. Right there. We're going to pause. I'm going to put it in slow. And by the way, people don't understand sometimes that like people toggle when they're cheating. They're not going to make it super blatant and get everyone to accuse them and report their account. So they're going to be very selective when they want to use it and who they want to get. So right here seems kind of normal, right? But watch when he starts tracking through the car. And this is where it gets suspicious to me. It's like, why would you like not point at something that's not the car? Right here, see? He's gonna go back. And he starts scanning through the car. Now, if I rewind it just a little bit, and let's go ahead and go back to where he starts tracking. Okay, now what is there? Let's go ahead and go into free cam, and let's see what he's looking at. So if I go from his perspective, so he's kind of right here. If I just go straight ahead, and he was basically looking at this part right here, he's looking at this Lucio or me back here. So it just, even if, let's say he's not cheating, right? Why would you aim at the car? You would aim at like the edge of the car right here, right? A good player does that. Even if you watch these streamers, whether it's Kabaji or Kefri, they're never just aiming at blank space. They're not aiming at the ground or aiming, uh, at some spot where he can't get. Like even be aiming down here somewhere. He could have aimed right here, but he's just got it focused on the car. So here he goes. He's gonna get the pick. But right there, just very suspicious, and he's still tracking. It's like he's looking for something behind the car. So anyways, we'll move on to the next suspicious behavior. So since I showed you that I was coming back from spawn as Widow behind this truck, he can't see me yet. He hasn't seen me yet. Although he probably has through his wall hack, he's seen me. Now this is where I'm going to point out how he starts doing some kind of sketchy things. After he gets this kill on Baby Diva, we're going to see him kind of scan the area. People with wall hacks want to look around and kind of see everything in their peripheral so they can basically see where are 6 players, where is all 6 players. He's looking, he's going over here. This is a Doom, but he's safe right now. So he's not looking at Doom, but he's going to keep looking right. He's going to peek right. And unbeknownst to him, or he should know, I'm flanking over to the right, but he keeps looking over here like he knows. He's right there. If we go back and see what I was doing when he decided to keep looking over, he's going to keep looking over here. He's right here. He was looking over the whole time. And here I am. I'm on the side here, and I'm doing this hook up here on the wall, this wall hook, to do a shot. He was waiting for me to peek, so he keeps looking over because he knows that I'm coming here. But the thing is, I could easily have been coming up here from this spot, or I could be coming from main around that car. So how did he know to look over there? Kind of suspicious. So I'll go back to his perspective, and let's go ahead and just play it. So he knew exactly where I was going to drop. He's going to come over here. He's going to finish me off. That was his actual aim, by the way, that shitty shot he had first off. That right there is most likely not legit. So let's go back real quick. When we see him look over, right here, he's looking over. The Doom was right here. The enemy is the red. He saw the Doom. He's not even looking at it. He's going to focus on me. He's looking over again. He's waiting. He's like, when is this Widow going to peek? The Doomfist is already dead. All right, here he goes. He goes. Peek. He's waiting for me. Remember, I'm doing that hook shot, so he's not. He's waiting. He's like, this guy hasn't peeked around the corner. And the second I'm gonna peek, he's like, all right, you're gonna see me in the top of the screen up here. I'm gonna do a hook up. He knows I'm gonna drop. Here he goes. He's gonna wait. Fucks it up. And then I'm bailing. And then from there, he gets the headshot on me. So it just kind of doesn't make sense that he'd be looking at area and kind of perfectly aim, and then here he just wants to finish it off, so I'm sure he just toggled. Sorry. I'll go ahead and move on to the next example. Alright, so for the next example of cheating, I'm on the second map. He's going to be playing Widow, and I'll go get it rolling right now so it gets to the point. I know that this is the main spot where Widows love to play from. Again, look at him just staring at the ground, not really doing anything, and all of a sudden he's gonna fix his aim. So I know that this is basically where the Widow match happens, right here, looking straight down. So I'm like, I'm not gonna play into his view. I'm gonna play over here where he's aiming to the right side. And I just picked his character. But I'm hiding, so I know he can't, there's no way he can get me unless he flanks to the right. So he's going to get me at some point right here. All right. So we're going to stop it. Now, why is that suspicious? You know, oh, your positioning was so bad, you know. Okay, I get that. But I want you to see how long it was for him to finally peek me. He didn't look for me the whole time, like he was completely certain that I wasn't out in the open. Didn't even bother like looking to the right. So there's a reason for that. I'm going to show you. I'm going to go to me this time. And this is where I kill his teammate. But watch this. I know he's over there in that middle area. So I see his line of sight. And I'm like, I'm going to wait. And maybe I can move out and help my teammates. Right here. And look at that. How long was I out there in the open? Literally the second I went out in the open, that's like less than 2 seconds, and he knew exactly where I was going to be. So if you just watch from his perspective, now you see like exactly what I was talking about. I was in coverage the whole time. And then he didn't have any type of indication, but all of a sudden decided to peek me. So that's just to me another example of, yeah, you could say, oh, you're bad positioning, but I only peeked literally for less than 2 seconds, and then he finally decided to look over there. I've decided that this is going to be the last example I use because, quite frankly, if I was just to play his entire gameplay, the footage would speak for itself, and it's pretty blatant, like that he's cheating. But I'm just gonna go ahead and show this last one with me because at this point I'm already knowing or thinking in my head like this guy is cheating. So I have to play super like covered, always using like the the area to my advantage, playing around the environment. And so he's gonna go ahead and move to the high ground and just start kind of like taking shots, doing damage. Now I'm flanking to the left of him right now. No one could know this possibly, but he looks already, and I pick him. Thank God. Now, why is that so odd? And I'm gonna explain this. So he's here, right? There's no way, based on where he just came from, you saw he came from this bottom side over here, there's no way he should know that I'm coming over here, because he just got here. And I was already set up over here, moving over to come around, wide around to get him. Now, look at this. Who could have called that out? You can say, oh, well, so his teammate told him. Well, Mercy's here. She's looking the other way. She's checking on other teammates' health, making sure she can cover. And he's over here. So there's no way that he sees me coming. So they're not going to call him out because they obviously don't see me. Now his other teammates are all down here. So you got 2 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The other 4 teammates are down here. They're on bottom ground. There's no way they could see me. There's no way literally anyone could call out my position at all. The only thing he could use is a sound cue to know where the hell I am. So you're going to see that as I play it, he's going to already look over to the left as though he like knows something. And again, he shouldn't hear me at all. I'm coming over. I roll. It was already looking. He was already looking before that happens. And we'll go ahead and just play it from his perspective. Pardon me. Comes here. Let's go ahead and slow it down.
Put it on my tab.
He's feeling really confident. He's getting pocketed by his Mercy. Boosted. Okay. Nice. Nice shots. Okay. He already has his ultimate, so he has no desire. It doesn't matter. He knows he's not going to kill him from there. But he's looking left. He's already looking left. And people would say, "Oh, he heard you." That was in a quarter speed. That was so the response time every single time I've showed you this guy has been ridiculously fast. And this guy, I played with him before. He's not this good. Not at all. Already locking me through the wall. Not good enough, bro. So anyways, I'm just gonna kind of wrap it up here. This guy at the end, of course, the typical hacker goes, mad 'cause bad, that kind of stuff. He probably doesn't have a very good home life, or he's kind of a loser in his normal day to day. So he kind of feels like his only source of power. I think this goes for all cheers. I think his only source of power comes from, or control comes from cheating in a fucking video game. Really pathetic. But anyways, thank you so much for checking this out. I know it was long-winded and I talked a little too much, but just wanted you to see all the stuff I was talking about. Anyways, have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.